So now we are going to discuss about the performance of the transmission lines. In this performance of the transmission lines, today we are going to discuss about the transmission line parameters. So in an electric transmission line has four parameters, namely resistance, inductance, capacitance, and shunt conductance. These four parameters are uniformly distributed along the whole line. Each line element has its own value, and it is not possible to concentrate or lumped them at discrete points on the lines. For this reason, the line parameters are known as distributed parameters, but can be lumped for the purpose of analysis on approximate basis. However, the validity of assumptions for the analysis on lumped basis may fail if the line is very long. Next is the line inductance. An alternating current flows through a conductor. A changing flux is set up, which links the conductor. Due to the flux linkages, the conductor possesses the inductance. So, the flux current flowing through this conductor is I. Due to that current I, the flux established in this conductor is phi. Then the self inductance of the coil L is equal to N into phi by I. Now you have to assume the conductor have singleton or single conductor. It is a straight conductor. Then N is equal to 1. Then the self inductance of the transmission line or per conductor is equal to phi divided by I. So phi is the flux linkage in Weber turns. I is a current in turns. Next, the flux linkage, as stated earlier, the inductance of a circuit is defined as the flux linkages per unit current. So the two ways we have to find out the inductance in the transmission line, otherwise flux linkage in the conductor in the transmission line. The first one will be flux linkages due to internal flux. The second one is a flux linkages due to external flux. Due to this internal flux means whenever the current flowing through the conductor, due to that current, they have flux linkages in the conductor. That is a flux linkages due to internal flux. Now we have to assume the two conductors are laid on the parallel. So the current in the one conductor will give the flux linkage in the another conductor. So this is called as a flux linkages due to the external flux. So now the total flux in the conductor is equal to sum of the flux linkages due to the internal flux and flux linkages due to the external flux. So now you have to assume this is a single conductor. Now I'm going to find out the flux linkages due to the internal conductors. So the radius of the conductor is R. The current flowing through the conductor is I. Okay. So the total flux linkage in the conductor is equal to phi. So in this one, I take one cross section area of this conductor. In this cross section, I will take the small differential area dx. First, I'm going to find out the flux linkages for this small differential area dx. So the phi internal is equal to the integration of 0 to r mu naught x into I squared divided by 2 pi r power 4 into dx. So you have to simplify these equations. So that equal to mu naught I divided by 8 pi Weber turns per meter length. This is the flux linkage in the conductor due to the internal flux. So the external flux, next I'm going to find out the flux linkage due to the external flux. The external flux extends from the surface of the conductor to infinity. We have to assume the two conductors are in parallel. Okay. Now I'm going to find out the flux linkage in the conductor A. The conductor B is placed in the infinite distance. Okay. Now the field intensity at a distance x meters outside the conductor is given by. Now I'm going to take, I will take the distance will be x, I will take. Okay, from this x distance, for calculation purpose, I will take one small differential area dx. First, I'm going to find out the flux linkage in this dx area. After that, I'm going to integrate that equation from 0 to x. Then I will get the total flux linkage due to the external flux. So here also I take one parallel conductors. The radius of the conductors r. So another one flux conductor will be placed x meter distance from this conductor r. Okay. So the flux produced by the conductor B is equal to some value. That from that flux, some of the flux will be linking with the conductor A. Now I'm going to find out what is the flux linkage in the conductor A due to the flux in the conductor B. So here the external flux phi external is equal to integration of r to infinity nu naught I dot by 2 pi x into dx Weber turns. So the over by turns. Now I'm going to integrate that equations. Okay. I'm going to integrate the equations. I will get the external flux. Now I'm going to find the overall flux linkages. The total flux linkage in the conductor A is equal to flux linkage in the conductor A due to the internal flux plus flux linkage in the conductor conductor A due to external flux. So that is equal nu naught I dot by 8 pi, that is the previous equations, plus flux linkage due to the external flux is equal to integration of r to infinity nu naught I dot by 2 pi x into dx. So you have to simplify these equations. Okay. Otherwise, I will take nu naught 2 pi I will take outside. So the equation becomes nu naught I dot by 2 pi into 1 by 4 plus integration of r to infinity dx dot by x Weber turns per meter length. So this is the total flux linkage in the conductor due to internal flux and external flux. Next, I'm going to find out the inductance of the single phase two wire line. I'm going to find out. So it is a single phase two wire line. They have two conductors A and B. These two conductors are separated by a distance of d meter, and the radius of the conductor will be, I will take r meters. So the current flowing to the conductor A is IA. The current flowing to the conductor is IB. So according to the Kirchhoff's current law, IA plus IB is equal to 0 because of the current in the conductor A is flowing from the source to that another end, but the conductor B will be act as a return path. It is a current will be opposite directions from load to source. So according to the Kirchhoff's current law, IA plus IB is equal to 0. The single phase line consists of the two parallel conductors which form a rectangular loop of 110. Here also you have to assume this is a single straight line conductors. So that is consists of the singleton coil or singleton conductors or 110. When an alternating current flows through such a loop, a changing magnetic flux is set up. The changing flux links the loop and hence the loop possesses the inductance. Now the total flux linkage with the conductor A is that is equal to sum of internal flux plus external flux. So phi A is equal to nu naught IA dot by 2 pi into 1 by 4 plus integration of r to infinity dx dot by x. Now the equation will be nu naught. Next, the for conductor B. So nu naught into IB dot by 2 pi into integration of 0 to infinity dx dot by x. You have to simplify these equations. You will get 2 into 10 power minus 7 ln d dot by r dash Henry per meters. Here d is the diameter of the conductor. D is the diameter of the conductor. R dash is the r into e power minus 1 by 4. So that is equal to 0.7788 into r, and r is as a radius of the conductor. R dash the geometrical mean radius of the conductors. The loop inductance is equal to the total inductance of the conductor. For otherwise, it's a loop inductor. That means the inductance of the conductor A and conductor B. That is equal to both the conductor B is the same material, same distance. That means same length. So the total inductance is equal to 2 times of inductance in the conductor A. So 2 into 10 power minus 7 log d dot by r dash in Henry per meters. Okay. So that equal to 4 into 10 power minus 7 ln dot by d by r dash into Henry per meters. So note that this r dash is equal to 0.7788 into r. is applicable to only solid round conductors. So now, what are the points we are discussed in this one means, so how the inductance bees exist in the AC transmission lines. So this is the property of the material. It will be due to established inductance bees the properties due to the flux linkage in the conductors. And the total inductance of the single phase transmission line is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 7 log d dot by r dash into Henry per meter.